she's ready to fire. I just primed it, made sure that fuel was going. You just got to pull each one off or pinch one and blow in the other. But she definitely got fuel in her. I'm going to use the last of my Bones brew for the first tank, and then we're going to switch over to VP. Probably will pick up a quart of VP Master Basher. It's got more oil, less nitro content, but more oil to finish the break-in on these. But I want to fire this up right now. Everything is so beautiful, man. Look at this. Oh, man. All right, my bells. And I made sure that my Novorossi carburetors, regardless of what tune from whatever engine it was on, because these were on other engines, I reset the needles to my regular needle settings for these, which is basically 4 out on top and 4 1/4 on bottom from flush, and then I'll go from there. But always wanted a twin. I was always fascinated by them, and again, Michael, great job on the start of this. This is just my version of it, man. Hope you're down with it, brother, because we're gonna run the hell out of this thing. All right, people, give me a few minutes, man. We'll get these engines heated up. I've already done 2 dry heat cycle. Well, not dry. First thing I do is put AMSOIL oil in here before I pull it over. So dropped a little oil in, put in each one, and did 2 heat cycles. So, and then once I heated it up to about 220, rotate it, and then what you do is you pull it up, get it over the hump, and then hold on to the flywheel, get the flywheel at bottom dead center, and then release your pull start back down, and it'll stay at bottom dead center. You can't do it like this with the pull start. You got to pull it over the hump. So, all right, that's it. Let me get this thing rocking, and I hope they run, man. I know they'll run. Everything is good, man. The clutches are good, the springs, the mounts, everything's in. The only thing I hadn't done is, and I tightened these. I tightened the motor mount screws good, but I didn't put Loctite in them. So maybe I should pull them back out and Loctite them, which I will do. But we're gonna fire this thing up first. So, all right, see you in a few. I did opt with the Novorossi 41032s. We got 2 Novorossi 41032s on here and 2 Hypex 2135s. The only thing I don't have hooked up is the linkage, because I had to order it. So as soon as that comes, but I do have my throttle banded. So speaking of the needles, I went ahead and banded my throttle so it'll stay closed, and then I held it open, and I opened the carb slide 3/4 of a turn, so it will idle higher. That way I don't have to use the remote. Normally I use the remote and just set the settings. It's just easier, right? But you can do it this way too. In this way we'll get a first fire and we'll let it idle. If it's a little too high, we'll bring it down. So I'll just adjust the idle with the idle set screw, or the carb slide set screw. But anyway, so here my electronics all good, everything's in. I can still get to my switch down there, believe it or not. I'll show you. But what I did is I just made sure everything was connected properly. I folded it up and I heat shrunk it. I used heat shrink on it, so that's good to go. It's protected. And then right here I get to my switch. Bam, bam, right there, bam, easy cheesy. But look how the pipes came out. I do want to pick up a couple of the Traxxas deflectors, because I actually drilled new holes in order to get this where I wanted it, but I didn't get it quite right. So what I'm going to do is we'll just get a deflector and deflect them off a little, because it's going to hit the side. I'll do the same thing here. We'll get a couple of those deflectors just to keep the oil off. But I got pretty damn close, man. And I had to I just made my own mounting. I used heavy duty LST and Losi 8 sway bars. And these are the little chingaderos that you can attach wire, right? You can loop a wire down. Just drilled one more hole, and attached them. It's great for this. It's this shit ain't going nowhere, people. This one I had to modify just a little bit differently. This was the first one that I did, and then I figured out I could do it with this one. But because this one's at a different angle, and where the cut is right here on the deal, I only had so far to go for this other hole. It's right on the edge, but I mean, it's not going anywhere. I could pick the truck up by these. They're not going nowhere, man. That's good. So, and I don't have my receiver battery in anyway right now. So I want to do a first fire on this. I have a dilemma though. The baby's inside. You know, it's not the noise with the baby and the family, but I got a dog in there, the big black one. He hates it. He'll try and grab it and run off with it, and he'll bark like crazy. And it's kind of a lazy day in the house. So I am gonna fire this in a few minutes. Hope you guys like it. It's I think
it's bad to the bone.